and upload it to our YouTube channel and email you the link. So in case you need to revise the presentation and things that we covered, you will be able to do so. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about your business and what are you searching for in an ERP software?
Okay, so we have recently acquired this manufacturing business. What we do is we are the converters and distributors for 3M. Um, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. I'm writing down everything that you say so I know which modules to cover in the presentation.
Okay. So we don't need the accounting software because we already have something with us. But what we are looking for is a software which will help us with the operations, with overlooking the operations in the sense we want to see how our inventory is moving, what stage it is at and how many orders. So basically, this business is around 30 years old. So everything as of now is manually recorded. They don't use any software as of now, and it's a medium-sized company. So I'm looking something that will help us, manage it better.
Okay, and what are you producing? Are those products single level, multi-level?
So we do two things. We do tapes. So basically 3M is we are converters and distributors for 3M. You know 3M, right?
No.
Yeah. So basically what we do is we get their inventory and we customize it as per our client's needs. So basically we resize, reshape them. Somebody needs some printing done on them. We do all of that. So those are the kind of tapes and labels that we provide.
Okay. Okay, so you are taking the tapes from who exactly? From your customer, and then you're doing it and stripping it back, or how does it go?
No, no, we are ordering it from 3M.
Oh, you're ordering it from your supplier, which is
Yeah,
3M, and
yeah,
then you're resizing and reshaping and printing the labels or whatever it's needed on those tapes, and you are distributing them further on.
that's right.
Okay, so okay, and how do you keep inventory now? Do you keep it like in an XLS file or how?
Actually, to be honest, they don't have any such system. I think there's a manual logging system where they just record that we received so and so material. But there's no barcoding. There is no anything that you would rather expect with the inventory. They don't have those systems in place.
Okay, okay, so well, that's why you need a ERP software to manage everything at one place. It will be much easier for you and your production.
That's right.
Okay, well, did you open trial demo? Do you know how it looks like, or this would be like a first insight that you will see?
I opened it once, but I couldn't really move anything because all the information was already fed. I couldn't create my own profile, so I just stopped right there.
Oh, okay. I will then start from cleaning the database. So since each database that you open actually comes with the preset items in order for it not to be empty, because people tend to seem that it's easier when database has dummy data in it, so they can work with the products that are not theirs. But since you want to start from scratch, then open another trial and go here. Go to administration, database backup, and here you have this clean database button. Just let it load. There it is. Clean database. With this button, you will reset everything down to 0. So all products, all services, everything will be wiped out. And once you hit this button, you will also get a list like which country are you setting it up for, since you are based off in India, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, since each database is actually opened as a US database, so when you get that pop-up window, you will just choose India from the list in order for it to be according to your own, the time zone and everything connected.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Actually, my husband was supposed to join this meeting because he's my partner in this venture. Can I just call you back in 2 minutes? He wants to join us.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, so can I call you back in like just 2 minutes?
I will just stay here on the line so I don't just interrupt the recording, if that is fine with you.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry this is taking so long. I think he's on another call and he is not answering mine, and he's just downstairs. He's just under the building.
Okay, so let's just move on forward. Half an hour into the scheduled meeting. I'm recording this anyway, so it will be uploaded. You will get the link, so you will be able to see it. However, if more questions arise, then you will just schedule an additional call, okay?
Yeah, okay, all right.
Okay, so let's start from the inventory. I showed you how to clean the database. Regarding your inventory, it's manual entry or import through XLS files. If you are going through manual entry, then you are just going into, sorry, not to the manufacturing, into inventory, products and services, and adding a new product. These products are products that you are buying from your, from 3M, right? So you will just click here. The part number is automatically added. However, you can retype it or import it. Yeah, regarding the import, you can import products, services, suppliers, and customers through your XLS spreadsheets. You can do that all through the administration. And you have here, for example, import products. Importing is done really easy. Just copy entire column from your XLS file and paste it into the matching column here, and do so for each column that you want to import. You don't have to import category, trademark, shelf. Those can be assigned later on in a bulk action, so you don't have to do that now if you don't have it in the XLS file. Regarding the manual entry, you have the part number, you have the description, which can be, how do you record those tapes?
We are just entering the inventory, right? Or are we entering the product that we manufacture?
First, you're entering the product on which you will do the manufacturing work. So you need to first enter the components, the products that you are buying from 3M.
Okay, all right, got it.
Okay, so how do you those tapes come? Do they come in pieces and different sizes? Like, what's the unit of measure, and how do you distinguish them? What is what?
So these sizes are, hi, I am Rashmi's husband and her partner.
Hello,
Hi.
and
So
partner in crime.
Yep.
So actually, the 3M products that we import, they come in form of rolls. These are 1200 by 50 meter or 1200 by, let's say, 200 meter. Different. It varies from type to type and our requirements also.
Okay, but how do you put it? Do you buy them in pieces, in rolls? How? What's the unit of measure? How do you stock them?
Rolls, yes.
Okay, so let's say tape,
So
that
they have their
unit of measure
SKU
is
items.
roll.
So they have their SKU items on their portal. We have the access to their portal, and it's all online ordering system.
Okay,
Right.
so you access their B2B portal and you order it from there. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so let's say that this is tape that is, I don't know, let's say 25 millimeters.
Yeah.
Time. How long are they? Like,
50
does it
meters, 500
50
yeah.
meters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, or you can put meters or 5,000 and then millimeters, like whatever your preference is. Okay, so let's say that this is a type tape that you buy from 3M, right? That's the vendor name. 3M. Okay, and let's say that the purchase price for a roll is, I don't know, my US database, so let's put it as $2 per run roll. Okay, and save it. Here you can also add the landing cost, the vendor part number as well, if you want that part number to be shown on the printout on the purchase order. This can be, you will enter shipping days here, and you can of course enter the minimum order quantity or order step quantity as well. Each product can be tracked by a serial number. There it is, serial number or lot number, and you can of course put here the barcode or a second unit of measure. Barcodes are good if that will make your life easier, if you want to like receive the items by scanning the barcodes rather than manual entry, and or just to scan them in and out of the production. So the barcodes are really useful if you will use the barcode scanner or the mobile application to scan in the barcodes. Product images, you can also upload the product image here. If will that be somewhat helpful for you? Maybe some tape has a different, I don't know, either size or there's a fine print to it. You can put it here, and when you sell it, it will appear on the sales order if you enable it. So we will save this product. Okay, so what is that you actually do to that tape? You printed them,
We print labels on some of these, and some of them we just reshape and ship it off to different companies.
Okay, so let's go to manufacturing and we will go to work operations. And we will create a new work operation that is called reshaping the tape, okay? You will probably have a much better name for this, but I will just call it like this. And the cost is always entered per hour. And then once you change the unit of measure for time, it will just change itself accordingly. So that's why I'm putting here 60. So $1 equals 1 minute, and in that case, when I switch the work operation to minutes, you will see that it will be recalculated. Okay, save it. Now you have to enter a new product. Our products in your case, are they like custom? Like each customer has a different type of shape of reshaped tape, different label printed on, right? It's like from the customer to customer.
Correct. Correct. You're right. We have
Okay.
almost 3,000 different types of products already pre-designed.
Okay, and how do you stock those 3,000 products redesigned? My question here is regarding this. Like, if I have a 3,000 of products redesigned, do you have, for example, 500 resized tapes? Do you put them under 500 different stock keeping units, different part numbers, or they are under one SKU, and then you are creating a custom work order for each tape that you are reshaping?
So this is how the reshaping is actually done. The most of them give us, let's say they will say reshape this particular tape into 50 mm, 15 mm by 20 mm. Okay, so I have tools already made for 15 mm, and then I have tools made to cut that same tape in 20 mm shapes. So I apply both tools together. So to answer your question in a smaller manner, we don't have actually 3,000 stock keeping units. We actually have much lesser, but this is all manually done right now. Every time we have, let's say, an order coming in for 15 mm by 200 mm, we go and look whether we have already done 15 mm tools, and once we realize that yes, we have done them, we check for 200 and we find them and then apply them together.
Okay, so let's do
Most
it
of
like
our,
this.
most of our what say data keeping right now is very primitive, very basic. We are doing it completely manually.
Okay, well, this requires some manual work as well, of course. This is the thing. We already put one tape in here, right? We put the tape that is 25 by 50 meters. The thing is here, I can put here a new product that will be called, it will be based on bill of materials, and I will call it reshaped tape, and it was 25 millimeters by 50 meters, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I would
So
just
25 by
change.
50 is the 25 by 50 is something that you have bought. Now you're going to reshape it so it will be, let's say, 25 by 10 mm.
Oh, okay, so it has a different, because you cut it like in half.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the thing is like this. You can put it here as like reshape tape 25 by 10, right? And you take a component, which is your tape.
Okay.
Okay, and it is by 50. So if this is by 50 and this is by 10, that means that for that this we can do as base quantity custom is 5, right? And then this one roll produces 5 these rolls, right?
Uh,
Because it's 25 by 10 and this is 25 by 50. So
Correct.
by logic, these 5 of these actually produce one of these rolls, sorry, produces 5 of these rolls, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, and we will take our work operation, which will be reshaping the tape, and let's say that it lasts for like 15 minutes. See the estimated amount here of the work operation changed according to the minutes. It's not 60 anymore, it's 15 minutes because $1 per minute. This is your estimated cost, and which means that this can be your selling price per this role. This is like one case scenario. Different thing would be, okay, let's go first through this one, just for you to feel like what would be easier for you. Now, how does it go? Do you produce this to stock, or you produce this once a customer order it from you?
Only when we receive an order, we start reshaping it accordingly.
Okay, so I order and then you do it for me. Okay, that's how most business flows actually work nowadays. Do you go straight to the sales, or do you move through the quotation?
So most of these customers are fixed customers that have been ordering for year over year, and we fix our prices once every 3 years.
Okay, okay.
But there is no requirement for quotation. So all these particular companies to which we are providing material, they are all like Siemens and Blue Star and all Fortune 100, 500 companies.
Okay, well, they go through, then they
So we
just
are
give you an order, you put it as a sales order, and that's it.
yeah, correct. So we are their
Okay.
registered vendor and the rate is already fixed. So
Okay, so then go to sales orders, and then create a new sales order and pick your customer from the list.
right.
Okay, and let's say that he is ordering reshaped tape. It was reshaped tape, 10 meters, and let's say that he wants 10 rolls of this, right? So this
Right.
will be his price, this will be his amount. Save it. Once you save it, the system goes through SKUs and compares the stock. In our case, it says no quantity, which means that you need to produce this reshaped tape, which is actually your workflow. You only create it once the order is there. In that case, on the right side here, you will have this green generate button. Click on it and choose the work order. Manufacturing project is for the multi-level bill of materials. That will be in case you have two work orders, one to cut it and one to print it on, right? Those would be like two different work orders. It won't be one work order. Since this is a simple manufacturing, you will just go straight to the work orders.
We
Even
do
if you
get those also, right? We'll revisit that, right? Because manufacturing project is also something that will require, because lot of label printing is also happening at our end.
Yes, because in that case you will cut it and then you'll print on it. So that would be like a manufacturing project. That would be a little more bit complicated production. In this case, we will go for the work order. Even if you go to the manufacturing project, you won't make mistake. It's just like one single level production, so it doesn't matter. The thing is like, where will it land? In the manufacturing project or in the manufacturing work orders? That's just like the only difference besides these two. Okay, so it doesn't matter where are you going for, since you have one tape in one work operation. So I can even go for a single level and I will get the same thing. Okay, and now the system tells me, in order to produce 10 rolls, you need 2 rolls of tape, which are 25 by 50, and you need 30 minutes of your work operation. Okay, I'm fine with that. Save it. Once you save it again, the system will again go through your SKUs to search for this, to search for the tape, for the initial product that you are buying from the 3M. And I forgot to mention one thing, and that is that your work operation can be assigned to your employee, and it can be assigned to your machine. Now I have here label printing machine, which will be good for the next example that we will do. But for now, let's just put here add new and put the machine that is called like, I don't know,
Slicer.
How is it called?
Slicer. SLI.
Slicer.
Yeah.
Okay, like an apple slicer, but this is like the tape slicer. So same but different. Okay, and pick the machine here. I thought that I added it. Slicer. Save it. Why is it not there? Oh, I probably have to get out and get in again. So it's manufacturing, work order, MC decor. Okay, machine. Oh, now I have two. Okay, fine. I'm good. I have slicer for this and slicer for that. I'm fine with it. Okay, but I did not assign it now. There it is, Maria. Okay, so if you assign the work operation to employee, you can either track it by yourself as like a shop floor manager, right? By going to manufacturing, timesheets, going into that employee, and there it is. This is reshaping the tape. This is the once he needs to do it, just here click on the start, and it will start counting the time. That would be one option. The second option would be if you want to enable your users to use the mobile application. In that case, on the mobile application, here they have timesheets. Okay, let me see that. Do I have the slicing here? Reshaping the tape. Okay, I already have it here. So I can start my work operation now on my mobile phone. Once I click on the complete, it will just go into the real time accordingly. I will just let this now do its work while we are buying this from our suppliers. So we need to buy our tape, our component, right? Everything that you need to buy from the for the work order, the tapes, the labels, the ink for the printer will be under purchasing in fulfillment. And here we have our tape, which is 25 by 50, and we need to buy 2 rolls from our supplier, which is 3M. Check the box in front of it, go to bulk action and purchase orders. Confirm it. Okay, it's successful. Once it's pinned and it's successful, that means that this landed on the purchasing and purchase order. There it is, 3M entered. While this is still entered, maybe you can, if you want to like change the number of rolls, maybe you can buy 3 and order actually 3 in case you want to have them more in stock. Save it from Erpag. If you connect your email account, you will also be able to email this directly from Erpag. So you don't have to download it and then send it in PDF. You can do it directly from here. Receiving, there it is, green receive button, click on it. And here it is, 3 rolls. In case you received less, this is still retypable. Maybe I will just receive 2 today. Hold on just a second, sorry. Okay, maybe you will just receive 2 today and 1 in 2 days, right? In that case, if you receive less, see here, goods received note, we received 2 and our quantity ordered is actually 3. That means that this is partially received. So next time you are just receiving the other row, click on the receive and there it is. You will just have the rest of the quantity here to receive via your goods received note. Pause the document, and now your tape is in stock. From here, you're generating the supplier invoice when he invoices you this purchase order, and of course, registering the payment if you will also do that here in the system. Once you received this tape into your system, it will go, that means that your work order here will have available quantity, which means that you can start working. Loaded the material. By loading the material, you're taking your items from stock. You're taking those 2 rolls, pause the document, and that means that you actually use this to reshape it, right? By delivering the finished goods, you're placing the 10 rolls to your stock. So pause the document and there it is. It's done. You are done with the production. Here, the mobile application, I will pause it and it was supposed to go to 15 minutes, but I will, I will say 10, for example, and complete. Once you complete it on the mobile application, it will disappear from here and it will also, you have to go outside and refresh the page because it doesn't refresh automatically, and there it is. Your realize time automatically is pulled in from the mobile application. Okay, so there it is. Oh, we are done. We are done with the first one. Okay, so once the status here is completed, you just go to your sales order and it will also have available quantity, which means that you can actually pack these 10 rolls to your customer. Once you pack it, it will be out of your stock. There it is, 10 out of 10. Pause the document and invoice your customer, and after that record the payment. You can maybe also record the advance payment if that is your workflow as well. Okay, so is this part okay? Do you have any questions regarding this?
No, I actually have a more generic question now. I'm a software background person, so I understood the overall idea about how your application works. Now here is my question. I have different departments. So how do I implement this software in our company to, so that payments will see, so a particular person from finance department will see only payments tabs and, the guy who
Oh, yeah, you just need to set up. So the Erpag is universal. So everyone logs through our website. This is my URL. This is just something different. This is my web server. This is the test database. Everyone goes to the website and logs in with the credentials that you gave them. However, when you open a user, there has to be one admin, two admins maybe. It will be you and your wife, and those would be the admins. They will have access to everything. You guys would have access to everything, while the operators here, you can just check and uncheck
oh,
what do you want them to see. So if I want a salesperson just to see the sales, I will uncheck everything else. Of course, just a hint, leave the years, leave the shelves, leave the warehouse permissions. Maybe you can just like change the warehouse permissions if you have a main warehouse from which you are selling the items, and you have production warehouse. For the sales, you can close the production warehouse and then do the transfer document of finished goods from the production warehouse to the main warehouse, and then in that case the person will see their status of sales order is available once they have those items in stock. Because people often just close the warehouse permissions, and each sales order that you actually create is tied to a warehouse. See, it's a main warehouse. So if you lock me the main warehouse and I do your sales, I won't see anything that is related to main warehouse. So I won't be able to see when items are in stock, when items came from the supplier. So just make sure to set these user authorizations as they should be. It's not hard. Like if you reset something and your salesperson doesn't see it, or your worker doesn't see it, we'll just test out what did you log, and you will just click it back. So it's not that hard to fix. So yeah, here through the user authorization, you will actually limit who has access to what.
okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so now let's do a bit harder example, and we will create a new tape, which will be again a product, and this will be a tape that is 50 millimeters by 100 meters.
No, let's instead of that, can we actually do a label printing job?
Yeah, that's what I wanted. So
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
And
that's why I wanted to move to different. And this will be tape that is 50 by 100, and it also comes in rolls. Okay, and I also buy this from 3M. Oh, I have 3Ms now. Okay, and let's say that the purchase price for this is higher, and save it. Okay, and now we need to have you. How does this work? You cut it and then you print on it.
hello.
Hello? Do you
Yeah,
cut it, you reshaped it, and
we
then you
shape
print
it
on
and
it?
then we print on it. So basically, no, it's other way around. Most of the times we first reshape it into printable sizes, and then we print on it. Let's say, how do I explain this? Okay, so it's a huge roll. I resize it to look like a A4 size paper, then
Okay.
print four labels on each paper, and then cut again.
Okay, so it's resized, printed on, and resized again.
That's perfect.
And then cut again into smaller. Just
Cut.
okay, I think I have cutting. Okay, so well, in that case, we have to go to the project. But first, we need to set up our product. Our first product that is based on bill of materials will be our reshaped tape that is 50 millimeters by 100 meters. And we will call this reshaped tape 50 by 100, and it will also be in rows. Actually, it's not 100. You told me that when you reshaped it, it is less, right?
It's lesser, yeah.
Okay, and then you're taking your component, which is your tape, that is 50 by 100, and in this case, your base quantity is 10, right? One roll gives 10 of these, right? This is tape of 100, and this is 10 meters, so that's the bit. Okay, and the work operation for this will be first the reshaping the tape, and let's say that is also maybe 20 minutes because it's a bigger tape. Okay, and save it. So this will give you the reshaped tape. However, you need also to have a different one. The next step will be printing on it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we will have another product that is based on bill of materials, and it will be tape, which is 50 by 10. This is meters, this is millimeters, and it will be printed, and it's a roll on a roll, and this will be tape 50 by 10 P. I'm just making this up, and in this case, your subcomponent, so you are not going to the component now, you are taking the subcomponent, which will be your reshaped tape 50 by 10, right?
Right.
Because you produced it and now you need to print on it. And then our work operation here will be printing to roll. Okay, and let's say that it lasts, because I know that this is industrial, so it goes quite quick. Okay, and save it. So this is when it's printed on, and now the finished product is this roll cut into smaller ones, right?
So reshaping again.
Oh, it's called reshaped
You
again.
can call it cutting, doesn't matter.
How can I call it? Sorry.
You can call it cutting, no problem.
Okay, so it will be tape. Okay, there it is. Tape, which is 50 meters by 10 meters, cut, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and it will be T510C. So I know that is cut, and it will be. How do you sell those? Are those still in rolls, or?
No, they are sold per item.
So it's pieces.
Yeah,
Yes,
in pieces.
in pieces.
Okay, again, here we will taking the subcomponent, and we will take our printed, sorry, okay, tape 50 by 10 meters printed, and we will take our work operation, which is actually cutting this time. Okay, so from one roll, how many pieces do you actually get here?
Let's say 100.
So 10 meters give you 100 pieces.
For now,
It
let's
depends
say.
on the size that the client wants.
Okay, so let's say that in
Example, we
case,
can do that.
okay, I will put it as 100 from one row, but then you can switch it in the work order.
Okay.
This is just like how the base is set up, but you can change it. I will show you how to change it. Okay, so one row gives 100 pieces. Okay, save it. Okay, so we are fine. This is how the product is set up. You first need to buy the tape and reshape it, then you have to print to that, and then you will cut it, the printed one, you will cut it, and that's the final product. Okay, so here, create sales order, and customer is, I don't know, we'll pick someone random, and let's say that he wants 300 pieces, 300 labels. I did not put my selling price, sorry. I will just undo everything. Okay, this is 0.089 per one piece. I will put $1 per piece. I want it to be okay. Sales order, create sales order. Okay, and let's say 300 pieces, 0 pieces, 300 pieces, save it. Okay, once you save it, again the same thing, the system tells you you don't have the quantity for this, you need to generate the work order. Generate, in this case, manufacturing project. Okay, because we are going to have 3 different work orders here, one for the reshaping, the second one for the printing, and the third one for the cutting. In this case, you can go to the launch or planned. The difference is in here within like one button. I will go to planned. I always go to plan. So there it is, a launch button on the right side. If I went to launch, I wouldn't have this button, and the system will automatically go through SKUs to tell me what do I have in stock or not. So I usually go to planned, and when I'm ready, when I want to start working on this project, I will click on the launch button, confirm it. The system will again go through the SKUs and tell you what do you have in stock and what not. In our case, we have nothing in stock, which means that we need to order it. Yes?
Right now. So basically, whatever jobs are going on at the moment, I can see all of them here.
No, this is related to only the job in hand.
Yeah. So if today I'm thinking that there are three jobs. There is somebody doing. There are three clients who are being catered to. So then all those three will appear here, right?
No. Will it? This
I
is
don't understand the question, sorry.
so she's asking if there are on the company level, let's say there are three different work orders that we are handling right now. Or whether we'll see all three of them over here or not.
Yes, all three work orders are here.
See, you can see that there are three different work orders. See, two.
Yes, these are three different work orders. This one is first, which takes this tape and reshapes it. Once you reshape it, you will have available quantity for this one to print on it. After you print on it, you will have available quantity for this one to cut it. Once you cut it, you are done. Then after you cut it, the product is finished.
So okay, let me ask it in other way. Let's say we have created one more work order before this, right?
Oh, you mean for the same thing, for the same customer? For
No,
not for the same, for the different customer, but
Yeah.
the same size of the role and same everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, why not? Sorry. Okay, so we will create another sales order. Okay, let me exit everything. Sales orders here. Create for a different customer, and he wants printed tape. Tape printed, and it's not printed. Is it printed? It is. It's
Yeah.
printed on. No, it's cut. The last one is cut, right?
Yeah. The last
The
one.
one, yeah, the one that we sell is cut. Okay, and he wants 200 pieces. Okay, and save it. Generate again the manufacturing project for it and go to plan. You will have two different manufacturing projects now. Okay, so manufacturing project. See, this one is for, let me just open it. This one is for the sales order 263, and this one is for the sales order 264. If you want it to be on the same, right? Is that what you want?
Yes, but the thing that you showed me in manufacturing projects, that's what I wanted to see. The
Oh,
jobs
everything
that
that
were
is
in
going
process,
on.
everything that is going on at the moment, and in what is the status of every job that we see.
oh, so the thing is, let's start. Oh, you want it to be separated for like for each customer to have
Yeah,
separated manufacturing project.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, well
That's why I
then,
keep all of them together. Like if I just want one snapshot of what's going on in the factory right now, I should be able to see that in a snapshot, right? Like that's what you showed me before.
of course, yes, you would be able to see here which manufacturing
Yes,
project
yes.
is on. This one is entered first, this one is in process. So let's say that we are already in the process. We launched this, we need to order this. So this one is process, this one is still in plant. So this one is not
Got
started
it.
yet.
Got it. We got
It's
it.
And
not started because we don't have the raw material, correct?
exactly. Bravo. Somebody's paying attention on me. And what I'm talking about. Okay, so the thing is that each work order that you actually create here also goes into the manufacturing and work orders. See, this is the project. So this is the reshaped tape, tape printed, and tape cut. So here you can also see that these also don't have quantity. These are the same work orders. See, from 263 to 265, and these are the ones 263, 64, 65. So they are also on the work order list. So as you, Rashimi, said, say you want to see it in the snapshot, then you can go here to a manufacturing and work order list and to see the status of each document, of each work order.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so that means that we need to buy this.
Yes. Okay. Is there anything else that
Our,
untouched?
okay, we will just go through here. Okay, fulfillment, we need to buy our tape, bulk action, purchase orders, successful. Okay, we need to receive it to our stock. Okay, receive it. Of course, let me just fix this because you for sure won't buy 0.3 of a roll. You will buy entire roll. Okay, and place it to your stock. Okay, so now under manufacturing and work orders, there it is. First, for the reshaping, you have available quantity. Same thing if you go to manufacturing and manufacturing projects, there it is in process. This one has available quantity. I will open it, load the material. Okay, I'm loading my 0.3 of a roll and delivering my 3 rolls to stock and completing the work order. Now, since you are going through multiple levels, once this one is completed, once the tape is reshaped, it will appear that the next work order has available quantity. That means that we have rolls to print on. So we will open this, load the material. That will take our 3 rolls of reshaped tape from our stock. Okay, and deliver the finished goods. Okay, and of course, complete. And our last would be to take our 3 rolls cut and produce 300 pieces of our output item. So we will load this, take out our 3 rolls which are printed on, and we will deliver 300 pieces of our cut tape to our stock. Okay, complete this one as well. And since this is a project, you also have an additional complete button, which is here in the manufacturing project. Complete it. Okay, there it is. You are done. That means that our sales order here has available quantity and we need just to pack our 300 pieces and that's it. So is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we already have this one which we generated, but for this one, right? 200 pieces. But let's say that now, yeah, a question for you actually. I don't know, like I have so many questions actually. When you are manufacturing different size, so let's say that this tape from 10 meters is cut like 100 pieces from this one roll, right?
Right.
And you said that maybe people want to get it like wider or more narrow so they can
So
put
it,
their
it may
cutting
not be,
size.
it's not always 50 by something. It's more likely that it will be 25 millimeters by 100 millimeters.
Okay,
So
but this was just like an example, like
right,
how
correct.
my question is like this one. If you have a customer that has the same tape size but different output, do you want to keep that in the same SKU or you will create a brand new one for it?
We'll
Create a
create a
new
new
one.
one. That is better.
Oh, you will create a new one. Okay,
And
that's what I
it
wanted to
depends upon
ask.
the business. So more likely than not, a customer who's asking for reshaped tape is likely going to be a repeat customer. Is either
Oh,
packaging
that makes
industry or FMCG industry where he's going to sell maybe 10,000 products every month, and
That
that
makes complete sense. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for clearing this up for me. Okay, so in that case, whenever you have such a case, you will go to your product list and we have here the cut tape, which is 50 by 10. and you will just take your bill of materials, and it will be tape 25, right?
Yes.
By 100,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And it will be also cut. But in this case, tape 25 by 100, sorry, 25 by 100, C will have again the same subcomponent, right? It will take your tape that is printed on, which is 50 by 10, but it will be cut in half. So you get 25 out of it, right? Is that how
Correct.
it goes?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so 2 rows of these actually gives you, actually 1 roll of this gives you 2 roll of this. Custom, and it will be 2, right? Because it is cut in half. So if 50 is cut by half, it is 25 millimeters, right? And then you would just again take your work operation, which will be cutting this, and you are done. You have a brand new product which uses the same subcomponent. You're using again the same shape, the same tape that is pre-shaped, pre-printed on. You just are doing, you're just narrowing it down and cutting it into the smaller pieces. And from this roll, these are the pieces. Okay, and from 1 roll base quantity, how many pieces do you get from 1 roll? How many pieces from like 1 roll that is 50 by 10?
How many pieces in one row?
Yes, you just like eyeball it. It doesn't have to be an exact number.
200, let's say.
Okay, so base quantity is actually 200. So yeah, 200, which means 100 that is on a 50 divided by 2, that means it doubles. It's a 200, right? Okay, and we need, this is the estimated cost, and this can be our selling price. And then the same thing as we just did before, create a sales order for it. Oh, there is another thing. Let's move through our
Maria,
B2B
just a sec.
portal.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. So, as it turns out, he has to go. He has another meeting coming up. What I come to understand is that the more we start using the software, we'll be clearer about all the functions here. But
Of course, it usually goes like that. Yes.
so I think let's stop here for now. This seems really good. It seems appropriate for what we're looking for. Can you just brief us on the pricing?
Depends on the number of users. We have licenses for 2, 5, and 20 users.
5 for
5
now.
will suffice.
Yeah.
Okay, the price for 5 users is $79 per month.
Per month. Okay. And do we have to pay you monthly or how is it?
Well, the paying is monthly. We don't charge automatically your credit card. We don't store the information. So you would have a notification 5 or 7 days prior to renew your license. After you feel comfortable with the system, once you know that this definitely suits your business, you can opt for the yearly pricing. In that case, you save for 2 months, since the yearly license for standard is 790. So you
Seven.
pay for 10 months and use it for 12.
Okay, great. So I think for just I think 2 months
That's
should
how I
be
think we'll
enough.
start.
Yeah, because I
Yes,
think
for
two
to
months should be
start.
enough for
Yeah.
us to figure out whether our staff is able to use this software and
So you
how.
mean first you will renew it for 2 months and
Yeah,
then we'll take
first
it for
for the
yearly
first two
subscription.
months, let's do it on a monthly basis, and at the
Okay,
end of those 2 months, we'll be able to take a call
that
and we'll
sounds fair.
do the yearly package.
That
Yes,
sounds
when you feel comfortable, when you know that this suits you. I will. We have a YouTube channel with other presentations put in. However, this is the best presentation for you because this is your own workflow. I will email you the link once I upload this to our
Right.
channel. And we also do have our user manual, our blogs. I will be sending you links to all of those
That's
so you
great.
can just get going on. If you have any further questions or suggestions or whatever you need, feel free to email me or find me here on Skype or schedule an additional call.
All right, sounds perfect. Sounds good.
Okay, well, if you don't have any further questions, should I let you go?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, thank
the
you for, yes,
all the further transaction will go through will do online itself, right?
uh,
And
uh,
generate
everything is
the payment
online.
for us.
Yeah, like how do you, so once we, how do we set it up?
Subscription?
How do we take the subscription?
The subscription, open a trial. You said that you opened it, but you saw that it's full of data. Open a trial, and here on the home page, there will be a line from which you will purchase the software. There is a buy now button. Just click on it, choose the license plan, the standard one if you want. You can also try to start with the basic one and then upgrade after a month, or you can go straight to the standard one. And just for you to know that we have 30 days money back guarantee. So if you are not satisfied with our software within first month, you can actually ask for your money back.
Oh, that's wonderful. I don't think anyone does that.
Really? Oh, that's good. I learned something new today.
Yeah, okay. No, the only people who are really confident of the software say that. So I'm sure that it's as good as you make it sound to be. And we
Oh,
can see that this is really good. So we'll definitely be taking this up. And I think we'll get back in touch in a week or so once we have our physical assets. Yeah, so our factory is in the process of setting up right now. So that should take another
Moving to new
7 days, I guess.
Yes.
okay.
So once that is in place, we shall take this ahead.
Okay, definitely reach back if you need any help, or even with maybe the basic import and stuff like that. We can be here to guide you through it, even though it's not a hard process to do it. However, we are here to help out, okay?
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Maria.
This was very
Have,
good. Thank you.
thank you. Have a great rest of the day and have a beautiful weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.